All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another exciting stream here on twitch.tv/banjo-race as we continue on with the Press F to Play Bingo Banjo-Tooie tournament. We have come a long, long way. We are all the way in losers finals. A very, very exciting match tonight. We've got Dango upset by GDO. He's been waiting all this time for his match opponent. And iCup has been climbing through the ranks. And now only one of them will rise back into the winner's side of the bracket and face GDO in grand finals. Who is it going to be? Will it be Dango? Will it be iCup? The other important thing tonight is the winner of this match. Yes, they get to move up, but they up their minimum prize pool from $100 to $200. So there is money on the line for these players. It's going to be super exciting. Let's go ahead and tune in and see how are our runners doing today.
Feeling pretty good.
Doing all right.
Are we excited for the match?
Absolutely. It's been like a month since I last got to play. We all saw iCup go into beast mode last weekend, so I got to play my best if I want to win.
I'm ready to just get my revenge on GDO already.
We have seen a different beast emerge from iCup's half of the screen over the last couple weeks.
Post-graduation iCup.
Yeah.
I got my bachelor's in science and Banjo-Tooie F bingo.
Yeah. He's been popping off. He's had the free time now. He's generated the seeds. He even generated one today. He's been working hard. He's ready to go. All right. Well, runners, are we both ready to begin?
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right.
What's that?
So, waiting for Dango.
Okay. Yep, I'm ready.
Seed has been posted. We got Cole joining us for commentary today. All right, we're going to go ahead and start in... Wait, Dango, you said you are ready, right? Just want to make sure since you muted.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right, great. Then we are going to go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Move these guys into their separate race channels. I will reveal the bingo card when we get the timer started. I'll also swap over to Dango's audio. And let's take a look at this bingo card, Cole. We got a pretty long goal in the middle. All 15 Jinjos. Witchy World, HFE, and CCL. iCup already off to a bad start. Failing Congo skip.
Yeah, so let's see here. Got some pretty long mixes of goals and nothing that really stands out right away. No broken synergies.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of stuff that immediately comes to mind in terms of a row you'd want to pick. This Jinjo's goal in the middle is a 23. And because it's in the middle, 8 out of their 12 choices are going to have to involve that goal. So,
And you really don't want to pick it if it's one of your 3 extra goals, so you're going to almost want to pick one of the middle rows.
yeah, that is true.
Or the edges.
So we might see an F12, an F6, an F9, and F3.
So I kind of actually
F3
like...
has 6 bosses.
Yeah, I like F3 and F6 because they have some interesting synergies. Or like F3 has 6 bosses, but you must beat Weldar.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
And you must get a Jiggy in every level.
And we like one Jiggy in all 8 levels.
So that you have Weldar, you have Kickball, you have Smugglers.
Yep.
And you're already in GI, so you can go EMP the Crushers. So I think that one kind of works.
Could be pretty good. Obviously, all notes and Isle of Hags, not a big deal either.
Yeah,
Jiggy's
and
chosen
also
for you is kind of nice.
I also kind of like F6 because we've got 3 GI goals.
Actually, I really kind of like F3 because it gives you the option to DCW to GI as soon as possible. Get your clockworks and do a one-trip JRL for smugglers. That would be pretty hot.
And your GI doesn't require clockworks at all. You just beat Weldar, get the Weldar Jiggy because it's beaten, and then go EMP the Crushers and you're done.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, well, Dango is the first on top of Red House, although iCup gets it first try. He's quickly behind Dango here, going into Jingling. Have these runners made any decisions just yet? No. Still a little too early to decide, especially on this complex of a card.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what these players end up going for.
F6 has a 3 GI synergy, which is nice, with Mumbo Pad for EMP also.
Yep. And it's also got Hatch Heggy's 3 eggs, so you're getting Breagle Bash for a potentially easier GI route.
Exactly.
So that could be cool too. Still gonna have to defeat Weldar though. So it means that you're gonna have to, you know, either you're DCWing with Breagle Bash, which is gonna take a long time to get set up, or, although I don't know, is it worth doing 2 trips to Heggy to get Breagle Bash before a DCW? Probably not, right?
Why do you need to Breagle Bash? Oh yeah, I guess.
Well, my idea was a hatch, right? If you're gonna have to go back into Heggy's. I don't know if it's worth. iCup opting to skip the goggles. Maybe he's got an idea of what he's gonna do. Dango jumping in for the Amazigaze. So iCup is gonna be done with his puzzle a little bit earlier.
We were talking with Dango and Alpha like the other day, like discussions about like, are goggles even worth it?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the times, if you're not doing anything in Witchy World, just having those goggles are so much faster than trying to do Gondola.
Yep. Yeah, I think me personally, back when cards were, well, let me put it this way. In previous bingo tournaments, right, we've only had 5 goals. Usually, you were able to analyze a card by the time you got out of jingling, and you could be like, okay, I don't need the goggles. But I think now, the card is so difficult to look at when you first open it, that like, even by the time you're done with Klungo 1, you're like, have I really eliminated very many choices? And so, we have seen a lot of runners either kind of default to their old tradition of, well, I never got the goggles anyways, because I'm used to Gondola, or we just see the runners who are like, yeah, I want a little more time. Give me another cutscene. Let me have the goggles for safety, even if I don't end up using them. But the other thing that's kind of been revealed as a meta thing for this specific tournament that we haven't seen in other tournaments is a lot of people have been using the goggles for Minjos, for sniping Minjos from really far away.
Yep.
And so I think there is more of a pull to just grab goggles when you're not quite sure if you need them or not.
Yeah. So, as we're waiting for cutscenes and waiting for them to pick, Electric Fortune said F7 is interesting.
F7. Well, he's got the 1 Jiggy in all 8. And it's got 2 Jiggies in 7. So I don't hate that. You've still got the Weldar 6 bosses synergy, although they are extra goals.
Yeah, you have the 2 extra goals that are 20, both like 20 and 21.
Okay, we've got some choices, Cole. Dango has gone with F3, iCup with F4.
Okay.
So you did talk about that middle goal. We talked about the 1 Jiggy in all 8 levels. That's one that Dango ended up picking, with the bosses chosen for him and some of the Jiggies chosen for him. iCup with a, he's looking at the multiple Jiggy synergy, I guess. He's got the 2 Jiggies in 7 levels each and the 5 Jiggies in 3.
It's just that is the longest goal on the card, 5 Jiggies in 3 levels, and it's an extra goal.
Yeah.
It's a matter of, does it synergize enough to lower the time down? Especially since that raw score of the row is a 105.
I think the thing too that really sucks is iCup also has to do the same 6 bosses that Dango's gonna do. And I just think it synergizes way more with Dango's row, unfortunately. Both of these guys grabbing the notes in Plateau. Another sort of somewhat new meta that's emerged out of this tournament just to fully escape the perils of either Fuel Depot or Green Pile.
Well, at least iCup has to do the train stuff, so that is a boss given to him for free.
And Dango has to DCW. So I'm curious why he skipped. I guess this will keep him from going to Green Pile, though. Although I think I would have done Green Pile with this row, because I think his 1 Jiggy should have been Small Waterfall, right? With the detonator. That would have been really hot for GGM, I think. I kept going ahead and running into his first Jinjo, Toxic Cave, getting it out of the way with the running shoes. We've always talked about how this one particular room is just so AIDS in GGM 1. There's just like no good way to come over here and get it.
Yep.
And I guess iCup doesn't necessarily need to set up a DCW since he's going to every level anyways, pretty much.
No, he's required to go to JRL and get Talon Torpedo.
He didn't hit the entrance warp, Cole. That was his first one, so now he's running all the way. No running shoes, and he's just going all the way back for the shoes. Huge time loss here for iCup, just doubling back for these shoes. I guess the real question is, what are iCup's levels going to be?
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, and he fails shoe jump.
He's
so I
definitely
think iCup should definitely get the 5 Jiggies in GGM and MT.
GGM,
right?
yeah, because he needs Jinjos.
Those are easy. I think he could potentially pull off a 5 Jiggies in, or oh, it is 5 Jiggies, shit. Yeah, maybe not. I was thinking maybe you could whip out TDL with Terry.
No, I would not do.
Or do you think that's too slow?
Like TDL and JRL are both the bait ones because you have goals there, but those are also so long.
Super long bosses. Because iCup's got to bring the train, so like GGM Jiggies makes sense. MT Jiggies are super fast, so that makes sense.
And so he just needs one other level that's really fast.
Yeah. Maybe he just auto-chooses Minji, and he does a couple B Jiggies.
CCL, yeah, it's fast.
Because he's got to do defeat 6 bosses. He does Minji, Super Stash, Cheese Wedge, and then Castle Eyeballs. Oh, iCup with just a bad camera angle there. Doesn't get the regrab on the ladder. Finally manages to get up here. Yeah, that is true. He could throw in HFP.
Yep.
He could do Volcano Dragon Brothers, and then the 3 fast ones. And that would be 2 extra bosses. I definitely, now that I think about it, like that idea much more than Terry. And that would give him 2 bosses for 6. So yeah, I actually do kind of like that. Because that way he'll get to do Minji, Old King Cole, Klungo, Klungo, Dragon Brother, which I think is pretty good. Go ahead and mark these guys bosses. And And then really it's just the fact that Dango's got a lot of fucking Jinjos to collect.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because I don't know if iCup will think about that, because I think he's gonna get baited by, oh, I need Jiggies in levels. I'm gonna do Minji and CCL and just not do any of the Dragon Brothers.
I actually think because we saw it from iCup last time, I think he's gonna think of the same similar Terry synergy with Jiggies, and he's gonna go for it as a boss, not realizing there were better options. But maybe not. Maybe he's overlooking that and he's thinking
it's
otherwise.
Just all the Jiggies in there, like after Terry, obviously Roar Cage is pretty fast, but you have to go get Clockworks. But everything else takes quite a bit of time to go get.
Yeah, I think if he was gonna do 5 in TDL, it would probably be best to do Terry, Roar Cage, probably Stomping Plains, and then Dippy, since he is gonna go to CCL.
Yeah.
And he will have Talent Torpedo from... Or, well, no. Oh, yeah, he does need Talent Torpedo to get into Ancient Baths, so yeah.
I'll be curious to see what iCup decides to do for Ancient Swimming Baths. If he'll just do it first trip, or he'll make a second trip to JRL.
So that is 4 Jiggies there for iCup. Surely he leaves now. Yes, he's going to make Old King Cole number 5. Did not lift the train. We have seen that from iCup as well, saving the entirety of the train stuff for GGM2. Not the end of the world. I think just a lot more runners prefer to just lift the train, save and quit his Mumbo. Dango setting up his MT stuff. I'm assuming Dango will grab Slumber as his 1 Jiggy and just leave the level when he's done here. Oh, no, Kickball is his Jiggy. That's right. He literally doesn't have to do anything. He just says Kickball. Now, will Dango go through HFP, or will he attempt a Kickball Stadium early? Because there is a Jinjo right there by where you would go into the Coliseum. So he could opt to save it entirely for later.
For me, I would just save it for later.
Yeah. I definitely think if you're not confident with that trick, save it for later. Although
I know
he
also
the absolute
just does
sicko
MC out of
iCup
bounds.
get in.
He just does the out of bounds clip
that
anyways.
Is true. He has done Vine clip, yeah. And we're hoping Dango does not grab this white Jinjo. He looks like he's not going to. Stays in Talon Trot. He won't be completing any Jinjo families with that goal. iCup now joining Dango in MT. And I guess, so iCup needs 420 for Hatch. What is Dango's move? I guess just Clockworks? He doesn't really need anything other than that? Because he's going to DZW to GI, so he doesn't need Springies. So Dango's going to have a nice lower amount of notes to collect over iCup. iCup getting the block on Egg Game. Hate to see it. Yeah, iCup's got to be thinking, hopefully, that he's doing double Dragon Brothers. But we'll have to see. And Dango is out of here, so he is going to go ahead and save the HFP stuff for later. Again, we like that. Definitely a little bit safer there. Let's see. iCup potentially setting up some MT Jiggies here. Gonna have to get 5. So Slumber, Top of Temple, Bovina, Prison compound, prison compound.
And then he'll get Dilberta.
No, he'll do Old King Cole. Doesn't need Dilberta.
It'd still be optimal to get Dilberta.
Oh. It would be optimal if he didn't already get 4 Jiggies in GGM.
I know, but he shouldn't have gotten 4.
Yeah, he blew it. All right, well that is one of Dango's 15. Took him a little bit to climb up the big top there, but ended up grabbing it.
Because that would have been a good way to end this. Is go through, get Dilberta, go to Mumbo, lift the train, and save and quit right there.
Yeah. Well, he could have even fought Old King Cole now that he's got grenades, right?
Yeah,
could have even
that
done
too.
the whole thing.
And then you could have just in CDL called the train when you enter.
Oh,
yeah.
iCup circling back, trying to grab this thing in flight, manages to stay up. Struggling with these flies, though. Okay, so iCup's gonna have to do pillars intended, right? To leave here? Yeah. We'll see how practiced iCup is at pillars. This could be a potential big time waster. Dango sending Solo K to get the Cave of Horrors Jinjo.
He's got Pill Drill. He can just knock the Jiggy down.
That is true. If he's feeling the pain, he could just do it intended. Oh, I cannot believe that worked. Oh, iCup, hate to see it. A ring rush. According to the algorithm, Dango picks the better row. We'll have to see if that.
It's just the algorithm can't figure out like the extra synergy.
He's dying, Cole. He's fucking dying.
Because yeah, these Jiggy overlaps can cause more synergy for iCup, and we'll see if it's enough to beat Dango's row.
Oh my god.
iCup was rushing it a little bit. He wasn't.
I mean, he was not setting up the camera. Yeah, he was just like, I gotta go. Third try pillars. Dango climbing now for Cactus's strength. He's about to get. Oh, there isn't a Snapdragon on this side. I could have sworn there was. Oh. Alright, Cactus. And this will be iCup's first level that he has 5 Jiggies in. So what do I still have to do as Dango? I guess he's got to turn into the van, and he's got to go get Area 51 Jinjo. iCup now heading into Witch World. Oh, Dango is going to do his Gondola DCW here. Turning the camera in order to not grip grab onto the ledge. It's a good question, Ring Rush. I don't know if I would say it is. You could always just go back in with a clockwork and just grab it, but...
However, that trip going back in is like 40 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
And so if you're using the van for something else, not worth it. But if that's all you're doing as the van, probably.
Dango with the first try Gondola DCW. Sets it up without a setup. And yeah, now he's just going to go ahead and turn into the van. Yeah, Dango's Rose is so interesting because he doesn't need notes like ever. Although, I will say, Dango, how many notes does he have right now? Like 215?
All he needs is Clockwork, so.
Yeah.
Those are just for Jinjos, too.
Yeah, but if he goes to GI right after this, he might have a hard time getting enough notes for Clockworks. But we want him to go to GI so that it's a one-trip JRL. But I just don't know if he will be able to pull that off.
I mean, technically, you don't need Clockworks to get that Jiggy.
That is true. That is true. You could always do the Captain Blubber's way.
Yep.
Oh, Icap with another bonk on split up. All right. Dango with 5 out of 15. I guess we are about to see what he does. He did not grab any extra notes as the van. I imagine he is going to just go ahead and go to JRL. No!
Nope.
He will go to GI right now.
It's what he should.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree that it's what he should. I'm just a little worried about his notes. Although, I guess he could go into TDL and grab notes before using Clockworks, right? Even though
but he needs a Jiggy from TDL.
Oh, yeah, that's
I guess
true.
unless he wants
to be. Yeah, I guess he... What is the one Jiggy you can get? Like, minimum requirements in TDL. There's, like, nothing good.
But he is here to, like, in GI. He can collect notes as he's climbing for EMP of the Crushers.
That's true. Alright. Done with the fake wild art cutscene as Icap heads to JRL.
Yeah, stomping planes, but he's
like not going to be able to get up there.
Huge climb.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get up there. He doesn't have Clockworks to do the chopper warp. Although he could do the big bomb. He could do the big bomb.
Which is optimal.
If he could get the beak bomb to get up to stomping planes without Clockworks, without springies, that would be so sick. But very, very risky. That would be so sick if he did that.
Yeah, stomping planes is so far into the level.
Yeah, that's true.
Or if all he needs is a Jiggy, it's better to just go get one of the faster ones.
I kept grabbing ice. Oh, that's right. He's going to do Dragon Brothers.
He's doing Dragon.
He needs ice. Yeah, Dango unfortunately is not going to go for clinkers. Did not grab the Breagle Blaster.
There's no point because he's going to get Weldar Jiggy.
Yeah, and yeah, his one, yeah, exactly. His one GI Jiggy is going to be Weldar Jiggy as soon as he kills him here. Yeah, also a few more, yeah. From 315 to 505. Thoughts on Dango's other bosses? Honestly, Dango might also do Dragon Brothers.
He's in HFP. He should be doing it, Dragon Brothers.
I think Dango's going to do, and he can go back into Klungo 2 as well. I mean, he should definitely be doing Weldar, Klungo, and probably Minji Dragon.
Yeah. He's definitely gonna do Minji for a boss and his 1 Jiggy.
Yep. Dango playing with fucking fire here, just literally jumping right over the electric fields.
Yeah, but he's playing it very safe.
Meanwhile, what is iCup doing? Why is iCup grabbing so many doubloons?
Yeah, I mean,
iCup gets wing whack. This is good.
Okay, so he is gonna get Ancient Swimming with that good.
But
so he
why
doesn't
is he
have
getting
to make
doubloons, Cole? What is he getting doubloons for?
Does he think he needs all Cheeto pages?
Is he gonna do JRL as his 5 Jiggies? Surely not, right? Oh, by the way, we're 27 minutes in and we got our first gold done.
It was defeat Weldar.
Why is iCup grabbing doubloons? I think iCup thinks he's got to get all JRL Cheetos.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is he getting the wrong Cheeto page? Or doing all 3 Cheetos?
I have no idea why iCup is collecting doubloons. There is literally
it has to be
No. He is going to get Pano Jiggy as one of his 2 Jiggies in 7. That's what he's thinking. He's going to do Pano and Simi Fish when he gets down here. Which isn't the end of the world. It makes it to where he has a 1-trip JRL. I was like, why the hell would he be grabbing these so slow? But yeah, that makes sense now. Yeah. I missed your comment, EF. But you're absolutely right. Hey, did iCup do Dive of Death? Did anybody see that? Did iCup do Dive of Death and Cactus? I remember he did Cactus, but I don't know if he did Dive of Death.
No idea.
Oh my god. Dango almost had a fucking long ass walk back to the entrance. Also,
Yeah, Weldar Jiggy as intended, but he totally didn't get to Weldar intended. Remember when we used to end the run there?
We used to end the run on grabbing that Jiggy. We shot a clockwork for a 5-note nest. Fucking classic. Yeah, so I got grabbing Simi and Pano. This is fine, I guess. Although, so what is the level that he's gonna skip? I guess he's skipping TDL?
GI?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he can skip GI. Okay, we've got floor 4 early master himself, Dango, climbing the elevator shaft. How quickly will he get this? Also, this is nice that iCup is finally showing this off in the tournament. The solo K way to get this Cheeto page.
Yeah. It's one of those, you need to actually practice it. You can't just say YOLO.
It is a bit finicky. And go a little early on the button press. That was a 1 frame late.
Nice camera.
Yeah, iCup. Why is he going so fast and not doing the setups?
Like, seriously, that was such a blind camera.
That looks pretty good. Oh, just losing a little too much height.
It's because he's not jumping straight off.
Dango still 1 frame behind here.
There you go, that's a much better.
Oh my god, he actually landed up there.
Yeah, like it's it's magical when you just jump straight off the edge and not sideways like he was.
Oh my god, Dango, 1 frame late. Oh,
Crouch gliding, it makes it easier to do it, but you don't have to.
There it is. Nice work. Dango definitely took a little bit more time than he usually does. Might have cast or cursed that one. Dango, most importantly, does not deactivate the crushers. He would have 100% just lost the bingo there. Oh my god! iCup just talked to Pano with 19 doubloons, Cole. He forgot to go in this dirt patch that he opened with Solo K. So yeah, a couple mistakes that we're seeing from the runners. Definitely, I think it's fair to say that both of these runners are very nervous today. Although iCup talks a big talk, I know that he definitely has the nerves flowing through his veins when he does these races. Did I get a confirm from anybody? Did iCup do Dive of Death? Did anybody go back and check for me, por favor? Because right now I've got him in 2 jiggies of MT, JRL, and GGM, but I know he did Cactus. Just need to know whether he did dive or not. Yeah, the save and quid there is definitely weird, but I think iCup had it in his head that he was going to do all of his Spiral Mountain shit.
I would have saved and quit on that Cheeto page in Ancient Suin Baths.
Oh, and you would have just done a second trip for Pano?
Well, I would have got Pano before I went down.
Yeah. That's fair. All right. Crushers are EMP'd. I got doing his very best to frickin' get out of his cave.
A little weird.
Yeah, now the only shitty part about DCW and the GI and EMPing into the Crushers is you can't just save and quit here. You gotta take Mumbo back to his skull. Oh, I love this from iCup. iCup's gonna do the Death Warp out of the Waterfall Cavern here after he grabs the blue egg.
No. The timers don't like overlap in this game.
When are you allowed to reset on the CS? When you... I think we've always just ruled that you have to regain control in order for the goal to be done. But
well,
I guess,
on ones that have no transition, it's when you regain control. But if there's a transition where the game saves, that means it's saved and you're done.
Right. So like if you instantly pressed B and then reset your game, right? Yeah. That wouldn't count. Yeah. It does say EMP the Crushers, don't keep them open. Yeah, I don't know. Might be a discussion for the next summit. Just to double check what people think about that.
Yeah, rulings on those things.
Because I know people do that with Ice Train all the time. They just like reset. They're like, well, I opened up Ice Train. GG. Yeah. It is true. It doesn't have a flag. I'll have to think about that. All right. Dango finally out of GI. Icup entering Klungo 2. Oh, yeah, I guess Dango has done 2 bosses now. Weldar and Klungo 1.
Yeah, you know, F bingos are weird when the first goals on the card done are GI goals.
Yeah.
Yep, he's heading right to Klungo 2.
Yeah, I imagine that Dango is going to end on kickball. If I had to guess. Icup with a nice shot on Klungo 2 there.
Yeah, I think on kickball would not be the worst thing. Finishes HFP, head to MT.
Do
And
your remaining
Stony.
bosses, go to Coliseum.
Yeah.
Grab your final HFP Jinjo on the way. Yeah, I think that would work out well. Oh my gosh. You have to pardon me, guys. Very, very tired. Very long couple of days.
So how many notes does Dango have?
Well, that was my fear when he went in there.
Because I think what he's gonna do now is go do CCL.
He could do that.
Because he's gonna just grab notes in the central on his way to
And he
Minji.
doesn't need clockworks.
And no clockworks are needed there.
Yeah. I kept grabbing Ilahag notes. 400 now for Icup on his way into CCL. And I do think we said we think that Icup's going to do... Wait, did Icup tag the silo in Wasteland?
I know that Dango has not yet. I wasn't watching Icup.
This might be a problem if Icup ends as the D and saves and quits.
Yes, you can, and if you maneuver yourself, you can actually go past it. Oh, yeah, he has
Dango
plenty of notes.
actually has perfect notes.
Yeah.
And he's even
good.
getting more.
Well, he needs them. All notes in Ilahags.
Oh, that's right. He has to grab them. Oh, this is interesting. I kept staying together for Super Stash.
So I think he's just gonna go grab it and then go head to
Minji.
Minji.
So Dango's gonna come up here really quick for Roar Cage. And then I think he's just insta-leaving to CCL.
Yep, just you dip out.
Icup with first try Skull. We'll see if Dango has the same luck. Dango is doing Roar Cage as BK. Gets the shot. Nice Sue. And he is out. Hands on the bridge. Icup with the Minji quick kill.
And running straight into him. When will they learn?
Well, he doesn't have JRL. Or he hasn't gone to JRL yet, Ring Rush. So, and when he does, he's not going to dive down for Talon Torpedo because he's just going to do Smugglers.
Yeah, and so that's where you could skip the TDL trip if he went to JRL now and dove down, or you could go to TDL and skip the dive trip. That I don't know. They're both going to be around that same detour time loss.
I kept coming down here for Dippy. So he's also going to do Dippy and Roar Cage, like we said.
Or he's going to do all 5 in TDL. We'll see.
Well, we're hoping not, right?
Well, It's a boss.
Really hoping not. Is pig pool reasonable? Oh! Wait! You're right, Cole! He's not doing CCL! He's gonna do TDL for 5.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it. He's getting baited by Terry Synergy. I called it. Unless he does HFP. Unless he's thinking HFP. Which is definitely a possibility. Let's hope it's HFP over TDL. Because I think TDL is a throw. Dango with not first try. Skull luck. Rest in peace. If iCup goes up to Terry, rest in fucking peace. Doesn't look like he's prepping for it though. What is this angle from Dango? There we go. iCup split up for Roar Cage. Maybe doesn't feel confident enough doing it as BK.
He also needs to hit the train switch.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Oh, and he's got to get Hatch. Duh.
And Hatch, yeah.
Yeah. Nice sign.
Yeah. But this is also just awkward because he's just gonna have to ride the train to TDL. Is probably his last goal.
Rest in fucking peace. Clockwork does not crack on the inside.
No, iCup has not lifted the train.
All right.
I'm guessing that's gonna be how he ends his bingo.
So iCup now has 2 Jiggies and 6 levels. He's got to do HFP will be his last one in order to skip GI altogether. Dango climbing up here from NG now. God, we're 45 minutes in, Cole, and we still have a shit ton of stuff to do.
A lot of them are gonna end all like 4 goals in one level.
We got so many bosses. We got kickball. We got to go hatch eggs. We got Dragon Brothers probably on both sides. Uh-oh, Dango with not the quick kill. He hops in the window. No! He gets away from him. He hops in the other one. Oh, no. And now he's...
Okay.
There we go. He's got him pinned. Wait, what did iCup save and quit on there? Did he save and quit on Hatch?
I'm guessing the train.
Oh, on the train station. Yeah, you're right. That was what he was doing. So now, how does iCup sort of finish up all of his goals here? Is it GGM time? Finish all the train stuff?
I think he's gonna do train last.
Why is he going to MT? Oh, he's going to do Heggy.
Heggy.
Yep. Dango with another boss defeated. Actually, that's Dango's 4th boss.
Yeah.
Did not count Klungo 2. Oh, I was like, he's got his Jiggy. So let's see. Dango does not have Smugglers or MT. So yeah, those are the 2 Jiggies he's missing.
Yeah, Dango is close to being done. He just has to go quickly the JRL and then HFP.
And then kickball.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got to do both Dragon Brothers. Icup's about to hatch the third egg. Headshot.
Yeah, I think Dango is like on pace to.
I think Dango definitely has game 1 here. I think.
Yeah, like he's on pace to probably get like around the 1 hour. Something. Like below 1 hour.
iCup? I mean, iCup will have less to do in HFP though. Well, I guess not really. Probably Jinjos are pretty comparative to the Jiggies. Because iCup's going to have to do... What are iCup's Jiggies? Slit Clip, Ice Wall, Ice Train, Fish? Or does he not do Slit... Or does he not do Fish and does Volcano? Depends on if iCup is confident with Super Slide.
Is that all his notes? Hags?
Yep, he does, thank you. It's really going to come down to who has the cleaner HFP, I think, Cole.
Yep.
Because iCup, when he's done with HFP, will only have GGM left. And then he'll be done.
Yep, and that's where, right now, all Dango has to do is dip in JRL for a minute, and then he has HFP and Kickball. Yeah. And Kickball is probably comparative.
But Dango has both Dragon Brothers, and so does iCup.
Yeah.
I mean, it is going to be who is cleaner at doing HFP.
Oh, yeah. iCup has to raise the train, fight Cole, drive the train, which is probably comparable to doing Kickball. So it's literally down the HFP route.
And iCup's just going to go ahead and duck into Billy here. Here comes Dango, grabbing all of his notes. Boomba. It's 3-3. But iCup is already in Billy. And that is true. iCup also has to lift the train in addition to fighting the train, so we'll see.
Yeah, lifting the train and fighting him is like 4 minutes.
iCup also does have to do the rest of the Jinjos in GGM.
And so, like, doing Kickball is like 5 minutes.
Like, iCup, the shitty part for iCup is he's going to have to go back into water storage.
Yeah, and so I think with the Jinjos and raising the train, it's comparable to going to do Kickball.
All right. 4 more Jinjos to grab for Dango. That was a fast fucking waterfall. iCup taking a bunch of damage to Billy. There's boss number 4. Both of them tied in bosses now. Dango jumping over the node nests. Amazing.
Yeah.
Dango grabbing a Globo for the eventual Stony transformation as well. Alright, here's where we need to see iCup's route here. He is splitting up. I imagine he sends for Slit Clip here. He's got the wing whack. Oh! He fucking had 1 health.
Yep.
That's not what you want to see. That's some time loss.
I was wondering if he was going to jump in the lava by accident and die. But he does have wing whack, so he can quickly get across here.
Oh,
nope.
But does he remember?
No, he would have jumped across.
He's not using it.
Dude, when you go so many bingos without using wing whack, you forget you have it.
It's true. Oh, what is this angle here for iCup? Oh, he's got clocks. He didn't even readjust. Okay, he gets the slow fall. Oh, wait, that isn't a slow fall. Oh, it is.
Yeah, that is. That's fine.
Okay, nice. Dead. Ooh, Dango, 2 health here in Billy. He gets tagged by the tongue. We could see a potential death. He's playing it safe, though. Is iCup going to do Super Slide for Fish? He is. That looks good. Oh my God, he's fucking nuts.
He waits to make sure.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty solid HFPs. Dango at 5 bosses. iCup with a super fast fish. That's going to keep him from having to do Volcano. Now, can iCup get these clockwork shots quick as well?
And is iCup going to do gold feather jumps up the slope to save having the damage boost himself up?
That would be sick. Oh, iCup getting Ice Wall super fast.
I always wondered if that was possible. I never tried hard enough.
I would be amazed if he went for it. Honestly, with the angle he first had, it looked like maybe he was going to go for it, but... iCup goes too early! He's got one more chance! Oh, he falls off! One more chance!
If he even shoots the 4th.
Nice!
Oh my God.
Saves it. Grabs the health.
Don't die.
3 health going into Willy. Dango running around for Jinjos. Was not paying attention to which ones he's gotten already. Manages to stay alive in Grotto.
I think this is the only new one that he's getting. Because all he did was beat Billy, split up, run the icy side, jump around for that.
So yeah, he's still got to do... Oh, he's going to do the rest of his BK.
Yeah, he's going to go do...
He's going to do Shack Pack. Shack Pack, Windy Hole, Mildred,
Mildred.
Right? Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Shack Pack skip here from Dango. Interesting setup. Ends up taking double damage. That's not going to be low enough. He's got 4 tries left.
Okay, that's low enough. Can you get out?
Oh my God. What the hell was that rotate on the fucking poop?
Oh my God.
Gets a clockwork as well. You love to see it. Yeah, that was like a 180 clockwork poop. All right, well. 3rd try Shack Pack skip. We'll take those. iCup
has to make sure he doesn't die here.
Before he grabs the Jiggy, what a fucking rest in peace that would be. Then he would have to do the gold feather jump, Skull. All right. Nice work. He's got to go turn in fish. He's got to get Ice Train, and then he's going to GGM. Whereas Dango has got to do... Dango's at 2 health, Cole.
Oh my God.
Yeah, remember when we said Dango's going to get an hour? These guys still have so much to do.
I think it's like an hour to hour 5 was where I was thinking. Because once he's heading into MT,
wow, that was a fucking hot Chili Willy early from Dango there. That was like exactly what he needed. Okay. iCup has all the time in the world to do Igloo Shot here. Now that Chili Willy is dead. Instant Igloo! Instant Igloo! Oh
dude,
my God!
This HFP was
He's
pretty hot.
Nuts. Actually might have been the best HFP besides the solo K death on the way to Slit Clip. That might have been the best HFP we've seen in the bingo. Oh my gosh. Well, he did fumble Chili Willy early a bunch too. Maybe not. But definitely was a hot fucking Igloo setup right there. Yeah, exactly, default. Well, to be fair, when you do that Igloo shot and runs, you're like 3.5 hours in. So you're you're exhausting your resources at that point. Man, I don't know who wins this, Cole. I think iCup's kind of pulled ahead now.
iCup has got like 6 minutes left.
Dango done with his bosses.
Which is around what I think Dango has.
Dango done with his bosses. Oh, you know what I just realized? Did Dango shoot for a HFP Jiggy? Or no?
Yeah,
Or is this his
HFP
HFP
Jiggy?
Jiggy? I guess I miscounted his Jiggies earlier then. Yeah, now he has 6. Yeah. I kept grabbing water storage. I think if anything, this is what's gonna kill iCup, grabbing these fucking Jinjos before he goes to lift the train.
Yeah. I think iCup might have this now.
That was a good fucking shot!
Because Dango still has to get that smuggler's jiggy.
What Jinjo is iCup missing?
The jails?
The jails. You're absolutely right. Wait, what is iCup doing here?
The kickball and raising the train and doing coal are comparable in time.
Man, I just don't know. Dango death warps to head over to fucking JRL. JRL's gonna be super fast. Oh, no, he's gonna do kickball. He's gonna end on smugglers. Okay, well, we'll see here. Dango definitely has, what, 5 minutes left? 6 minutes left?
5 minutes. And Cole, like, starting from Mumbo's, like, 4 minutes. And then he's got to ride the train also.
I guess iCup is done with this. iCup's done with this. Oh my god, it's actually so close. iCup's got to lift the train, kill Old King Cole, and ride the train to TDL. Dango has to do... Actually, I think iCup wins.
Yeah, that's...
Dango's got to do all 3 kickball and smugglers.
I think on his way to smugglers is when iCup's going to finish.
I think iCup's HFP won him the bingo. He actually, like, didn't choke anything. Well, I mean, yeah. Did iCup really have 5 Globos? He was running by a whole bunch, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, if anything can go wrong here for iCup. I mean, he has the train station warp. Old King Cole is easy. Train station is pressed. This is just fucking loser's bracket iCup. Just playing like an absolute madman. Picking the worst row according to the algorithm, but the synergy just lined up, Cole.
It wasn't the worst row.
The double boss, double jiggy synergy in HFP ended up paying off. Actually so sick. God, I wonder how nervous iCup is though, because iCup has said repeatedly he hates ending bingos on train cutscenes, and he's ending another bingo here on the train cutscene to TDL. Just so afraid that he's gonna get pulled in. Train has been lifted. 20 more seconds of round 1. Cup heading to the train station now. 1 round is done. God, I don't know. I think you're right. I think Dango just has too much to do still. I think Smugglers is going to kill him.
Yep.
Unless, does Dango get the first try legendary Jolly clip?
iCup's gonna be in TDL when he's done with kickball.
Yeah, you're right. Part of me was thinking the old King Cole fight was going to take a little longer than this.
No.
The boss is defeated. What if he dies to old King Cole? Yeah, that would be a fucking meme. iCup with the 24 jiggy route, Cole. And it's going to win him game number 1 here against Dango.
Oh. You see, the synergy algorithm said that iCup's row F4 would have gotten him a 104.
Wow. And it's like dead on. All right. Time ends as soon as iCup regains control here. And time.
Yeah, and see, right when he's getting the jiggy. Yep.
GG. Let's bring him in. All right. GG's.
Let's double check these jiggies.
iCup freaking powers through.
GG.
GG's.
I checked all my jiggies and
Yep.
Jinjos.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure I got all my bosses.
Very hot. iCup, I think if you made one other mistake in HFP, I think you lose the bingo, but you had such a good HFP. Like, such a good HFP.
I mean, it wasn't perfect, but...
I mean, yeah, you had the one random solo K death, you had the last try getting up to Chili Willy, but
If you
other than
failed
that, it
Chili
was
Willy
so good.
early, I think you guys would have been almost tied.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how,
I was
like...
so scared at Chili Willy
You
early.
had first try super slide, first try slit clip, freaking basically instantaneous igloo shot. It was so nasty.
Yeah, that igloo shot, I was like, holy, I'm on God mode right now.
Dango, very close. Dango just had to go into
could-
Smugglers.
Yeah, 4.
F4. Yeah, I was halfway through the bingo. I realized I probably should have picked that.
F4 was technically the best one on the card.
Yeah, I was kind of put off it at first because of 6 bosses, but I think all the Jiggy synergy was worth it.
The double Dragon Brothers synergy was just amazing in this row.
It had a terrible raw score, but yeah, the bosses and the jiggies overlapped so much that it was good. Yeah, it goes to show you that you can pick the longest goal on the card as your extra goal and still win.
Yeah, that's what iCup just did.
When I look at Fs, I don't really look at the extra goals. I just look at all the goals in the F as a whole.
Yeah, which can work, but it can also, it makes sense to pay attention to, you don't want a goal in the higher bucket to be an extra goal if it doesn't synergize with anything.
Yeah, like with F4, I know 5 jiggies and 3 levels is a long goal, but I mean...
It is the longest one on the card.
If you look at all the rest of the goals in that F, it just
worked.
fits so
They
well.
worked with it, yeah.
All right, well, we will take a small little bathroom break here, and we'll get you guys loaded up for the next one.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and post y'all's next seed.
And I hate ending on kickball, because the whole time it's just 3 minutes of thinking, I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose.
That's how iCup feels about ending on the train. You're just like waiting for the train cutscene to be done. You're like, oh.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna use the bathroom, and I will be right back for game number 2.
I'm back.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for game number 2? Are we back from our bathroom breaks?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Dango's got to whip this one out to stay alive. Otherwise,
hey, you better win. I have
iCup
$100 riding on this.
Otherwise, iCup is rising through the ranks to free-face GDO. All right, we will start game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good
luck, boys.
Good luck.
Pick the best row.
Pick the best row is right. All right, I will reveal the board and everything else as soon as we get
F9.
them underway. Here we go.
Pick F9.
5 jiggies in the middle. What do we see in F9? No. Do not pick F9. Jesus Christ. Raw score 119. Holy fuck.
Yeah. F1, actually pretty good. You got sub game for JRL.
Oh, and double air.
And you can get Fac on your way as one of the jiggies for a boss.
Ooh, and there's a beehive in C bottom.
Yeah.
There's a beehive.
Like you're doing a ton of stuff in JRL there.
So you could do Fac, Klungo, Minji, and then pick anything else.
And then you
although you do have to do dodgems. That is like the one goal that really keeps you in the Witchy World for forever.
The other one, it's kind of a meme, but it also kind of works and is good, is F5.
F5. We've got 6 in JRL with 4 in JRL. 5 in MT with 8 in GGM. Beehives are easy. And then all in GI, all in CCL? Or Jinjos in GI and Jiggies in CCL? Am I missing the synergy there? I guess this is just like a lot of smaller goals put together.
Yeah, the JRL one is a big chunk of time saved. And then the other goals are just all quick.
Oh. EF says F2 you can do Canary Mary 3 but not 4. For 7 Jiggies in CCL. And it synergizes with 5 in CCL.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what these guys end up picking. Dragon Kazooie. When was the last time I've seen Dragon Kazooie on a card?
That somebody's actually picked.
Yeah, like nobody has done Dragon Kazooie ever since it's been like optimized.
The problem is there's no row on here they would want to actually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, F3 is also a no. Along with F9.
Yeah, I think if you look at just the regular board, I think like F3 is like one of the worst rows I've ever seen. Man. So are we thinking they're both going to pick F1?
F7 also has
F2
some.
F2 is okay.
F7 is decent, I guess.
F7, 5 in Witchy World. I guess it's going to end up being like, do you want to do this or do you want to do Dodgems?
Yeah.
Right?
The extra goals for F7 are really short, making it a overall short row, but it's got Weldar and 5 in Witchy World, which are eh.
It has Weldar, but it doesn't have Defeat Weldar. That's the difference.
Yeah.
So, like, getting the Weldar digging not as bad as having the DCW2 Weldar.
And I guess you're going in there for red Jinjos, so it works.
Both of these guys opting to skip goggles this time.
Oh, and you could get Dragon Kazooie, so you never run out of fire eggs fighting the Dragon Brothers.
Be fire into the cannon. Dango destroying the beehive right there.
I think he's made his decision.
Well, he hasn't selected a row, but he did just destroy the beehive right there, just in case.
I mean,
so
that's in both
F1
and F5, like we were thinking.
Yep. Yep. So Dango does have 1 beehive, if he picks a row with beehives in it. Which would mean that Dango's not doing F7. Unless he changes his mind. I mean, killing that beehive is like literally half a second time loss. Man, I don't know. Can Dango pull through here? Does he have the resolve to untilt from losing game 1 and bring iCup to a game 3? Or is iCup just going to continue to railroad his fucking opponents into the ground?
Dango needs to find the hidden synergy, which lets him route his way to victory. iCup is on fire with his gameplay.
Yeah, it's like iCup has been on the win streak for so long now that it's like he can't be stopped. He 2-0'd. I mean, if we look back at the bracket, right? I mean, he 2-0'd frickin'. He 2-0'd DD Lux. He 2-0'd Schlongster. He 2-0'd Steve. He 2-0'd Alpha. Is he really about to go 10 in a row, Cole? With nobody able to take a game off of iCup and losers bracket. I mean, it's like seriously like the freaking win streak of the century here.
Yeah, that's why he always goes the losers.
iCup has chosen F2. Dango has chosen F1.
Uh-huh.
We have some overlapping goals, but neither of them picking the same row. No mirror matches here, which means it's going to come down to which row was better. EF is excited that he got his row picked. He's nuts. I gotta say, the one thing I just really do not like about iCup's row this time around is trying to squeeze in those bosses.
Yeah, those bosses and learning all the solo K moves. He's going out of his way for those ones.
660 notes. Dango with one boss and one beehive already down. iCup grabbing his entrance Cheeto.
This is where can Dango figure out the best route, because for F1, it's pretty insane because he's just gonna do GGM. He's gonna just do dodge him. And then all he has is J or L left, and then has to go to GI for quality control, and that's it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to go anywhere else.
Have a little bit of trouble here with GGM early though, Cole. All right, he's finally in as iCup leaves Fuel Depot. Lots of easy beehives to grab in this level. iCup double checking that he got the entrance warp this time. He already ran by it the first time, ran by it again just to double check. So let's see. Dango is also going to have to free Canary Mary. Oh, and Dango has to do Ordnance. Right? Or does Dango do Old King Cole and count it as a boss? What do you think?
I think that's what he's doing. He got that warp pad there. I think he's doing Old King Cole.
Yeah. iCup with the solid water storage there. So let's see. iCup's Jiggies in CCL are going to be Super Stash,
Mr. Fit,
Minji, Super Stash, Minji, Cheese Wedge, Double B, Canary Mary, and either Hive Game or Trash Can. What do you think is better at that point? I think with the 100% route, it just makes more sense to do your first 3 Beak Bomb over to Canary Mary and then do your 3 bead Jiggies. So I don't think we'll see iCup do Trash Can. Guys are both running around GGM like madmen here. Dango not turning into the detonator to free Canary Mary, though. Does Dango know the Clockwork Warp inside? What is iCup doing?
I think he's just trying to finish up GGM like first strip and then go detonator.
iCup, why are you over here for this warp? You're doing Canary Mary! Oh my god, this is actually AIDS what I'm watching, Cole.
I don't think he was thinking that about Canary Mary. I wonder if he's also thinking about Canary Mary and CCL also.
He better think about Canary Mary. He's got to fucking do her Cheetah page.
Well, he knows that he's got to do her. I don't think he knows that he's gonna be right there.
Yeah, iCup didn't hit Mumbo's warp pad, which is really gonna bite him in the ass later on. Or well, no, I guess he doesn't. Well, no, he's not gonna fight Old King Cole, right? No. So yeah, I guess that ended up okay. I mean, he did not need to walk all the way over to train station when Canary Mary 1 takes you over there, but alas. Yeah, Dango is lifting the train. You're right, he is going to double synergize here.
It's, yeah. With his route, like I've said, like he only needs to go to MT, GGM,
yeah,
Witchy World, JRL, and then head to GI. That's all the only places he needs to go, 5 levels.
It is definitely pretty sick. So his 4 Jiggies in JRL are going to be See Me, Subgame, Fac, and what, Pano?
Pano.
Yeah. Train is lifted. Saving quit has started. Man, the nice thing about Dango's Row 2 is there's actually so little things to like fuck up in Dango's Row. It almost is routed like for himself.
Yeah.
Like it's almost fully routed.
He's just gonna get stuck in Wishy World for 9 minutes.
Yeah. Safely going for his double air.
Haven't been there yet.
Nice, he gets it anyways.
You can see the thought process going on in his head. He's like, why am I not grabbing it?
He did have a nice moment's hesitation of like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't always see this early of a double air.
Well, they cut the time in half on the first goal from the first game there. Instead of defeat Weldar being our first goal, we got double air.
Boy Royston.
Free my boy Roy. iCub also has to get double air. Yeah, I definitely think iCup is completely dead from having to go to every level.
Yeah.
Like,
just by looking at their, like, synergized scores, which just take off their duplicate goals, like, it looks like that Dango's is going to be much faster, but it's a matter of can all of, like, the move synergy along with the CCL and GGM, like, overlap, pull them ahead.
Because iCub isn't necessarily spending a whole lot of time in each level compared to Dango, but he does have a lot more stuff to grab.
And iCub also needs to go in the JRL to get sub-Jiggy. So he's basically doing that same JRL route.
Yeah.
The long part of it, at least.
Nice flies. Sicko flies there from iCup. He's up to 3. Can he have a better pillars, Cole? Yeah, he's got redemption right here. How many notes does Dango need? 315, right? Or no, I guess he's gonna need. He's gonna need 390. Oh, iCup's
Redemption.
feeling it. iCup's feeling it. Yeah, 390 notes to 660. Quite the difference. I really think that's what's going to kill iCup, is how many notes he has to grab everywhere.
How many notes and how out of the way places he has to go to learn those moves.
Yes, exactly.
Like the GI is gonna kill him to go learn the move there.
Oh, I was really hoping that iCup was gonna save and quit right there. But I guess he wants to go to Witchy World first before getting double air. Yeah, you technically don't need Clockworks to enter Toxic Waste, but it is aids to enter Quality Control the intended way. Because you have to bring a battery all the way up to 4-4.
If Dango needs more another boss, so he's just gonna go do Klungo 2, get Clockworks, and then go DCW in the GI.
That would be hot too. That would be hot.
Because he's already gonna have Talon Torpedo. He's just gonna go do Klungo 2, get Clocks, and then DCW in.
Is this gonna be the first ever roof DCW?
Well, he's not gonna have any way to get up there. You'd need more notes.
Oh yeah, because Springies. It's Pack Whack and Taxi Pack, which is way worse Ring Rush. But not even that. It's bringing the battery with Solo Banjo all the way up to 4-4, and there's no easy way to do that.
That's what the elevator shaft's for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you can climb the elevator shaft with Pack Whack, I suppose.
That's what you're intended to do.
iCup getting Airborne Egg Aim. Is iCup doing patch?
I've mentioned it before, like, GI is a weird level, because if you look at how everything is designed and the placement of everything, they did not want you to split up as a solo character anywhere. They added all these pathways everywhere, so you split up and bring something somewhere, but you skip half of those puzzles if you just use the warp pad. It was a huge oversight.
iCup is going to do patch for one of his 5 bosses.
Well, you should do patch. Patch is one of your fastest 5 bosses.
Yeah. But Dango isn't going to do patch. Well, that's because Dango has to do Lord Wu Fact Fact.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't have to do Lord Wu Fact Fact.
It's much better in this one because he needs the Jiggy. If he didn't need that Jiggy, it would have been like, ugh. Just hope that he remembers Sub-Aqua A gaming.
Yeah, that would be a huge mistake. Can't go in the fact without sub aqua. I'm just curious about what Dango is going to do coming back for Canary Mary. I guess Dango can just shoot in a clockwork and blow up the cage and watch the cutscene. But that's pretty slow. Bye, baby. Ooh, I got missing the top hatch. Misses it again. There we go. Big bomb to the other side. Dango doing his Inferno setup here. iCup with a pretty decent patch recovery here. Oh, gets the double. Oh!
Wow, he clutched that out there.
Yeah, that was
looked like they were gonna hit.
Sicko end to patch. That was pretty good. Okay, 2 bosses down. Absolute poggers for iCup here. Dango starts the absolute horribleness that is setting up dodgems.
You just do the bit clip for dodgems.
If Dango whipped out dodgems game 3 bit clip right here to secure a game 2 win and force a game 3, iCup would be fucking shaking in his boots. God, I just cannot stop yawning. Alright, iCup remembers to jump in the water. Freeze our boy. So what
big clips are allowed.
What are iCup's next bosses? He's gonna do Mungo 2 Minji. And do you think he's also gonna do Fac while he's right there as the sub? Or do you think he'll do a Dragon Brother when he goes to get Glide? I think that's the thing though, Ring Rush, is nobody's actually ever going to win with bit clips.
That's the thing, is if people just took the moment to learn GI early,
yeah,
they would see that it's free, and DCW would be dead.
Regen King, if you blow up the circuit board inside of Star Spinner, then the stars and the planet rotate slower.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people aren't even aware that there's a dialogue option there when you break the circuit board.
Ring Rush. I found a different setup for GI early that only uses going 35 to the right and 18 to the right. So it's like even freer now. Yeah, I updated it on the dock.
Dango with his second van trip, just opening up Dodge 'em 1, so no bid clip today. And this is icup's first solo K move. Wing whack in game 1 and game 2. God, watching Dango do all the Witchy World warps reminded me of the game that Steve lost to Claire in the Memer Boards tournament because he wrong warped twice in Witchy World and picked the wrong loading zones, and the loading zones are just so long that he lost.
Yeah, it's like 10 seconds each doing that.
So I gotta be very careful of what you select. You know, I gotta be honest, Cole, I have not been paying attention to Dango's beehives. I know
it doesn't matter. He's easily gonna get them.
No, he killed the one in the Iowa Hags, and I know he killed the one in GGM by Mumbos. But I'm not sure if he tagged any others.
Sub Aqua, so I think he's doing Fac.
Yep, you're probably right. Either that or he thinks he mistakenly needs it for sub game. Yeah, iCup's had 4 bunks today across both games. I don't think Dango's had a single one. This is the main issue, though. How much can iCup get done while Dango's forced into dodgems? Gosh. I'm just curious what iCup's 5th boss is going to be. I imagine he is going to do a Dragon Brother, but...
Since he needs to go into HFP, Chili Billy is 100% one of the ones you get.
Yeah. He's going to do Fac, he's going to do Minji. Is MT Kickball or Dodgems longer? Dodgems.
Well, he should do Klungo too.
Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah. So he can do Fac, Klungo too, Minji. Yeah.
That's where I don't think Fac was worth it.
Yeah. You saying that he should have just done a Dragon Bro?
Yeah.
Yep, he's probably just thinking, oh, it's sub synergy. I gotta go for it.
Just because you had to get the move.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that is true.
That literally is the only reason. I think Dragon Brother was technically faster.
Wow,
He's in
and to be honest, iCup did not get a whole lot done. Dango is on round 3 and it's almost over.
Yeah, and Dingo has to do the same thing that iCup's doing here, so...
That is true. Dango will be following close behind once he gets to JRL. I'm just trying to think of like the one, like, I guess Dango could green barrel. iCub gets the best Jinjo box on a bingo run. He's tilted.
And then he didn't even take the hypotenuse there.
Also true.
Literally throwing.
Yeah, he could have just blown up the chest and not grabbed the Jinjo.
He could have just driven over it.
All right, Dodgems done for Dango. How delightful and delicious. As iCup enters Fac.
You know what? I didn't see it, but it would make sense if Dango got the honeycomb box
there's the
around
shot.
Witchy World, and he got that one.
I just saw that shot.
Because I would assume he got the honeycomb box on his way to the van.
Oh, the one.
Yeah, the one that's literally there.
Yeah, I missed that one.
I would assume he got that.
iCup is really struggling with boils right now. God, I think iCup had like actual worse boils.
I'm gonna just go back in the VOD.
That was nice though. Yeah, just watch his after Area 51 or whatever.
Yep, I have it up right now. I'll see you in a second. Dodgems is much longer than MC Kickball.
Dodgems just has the setup, unfortunately. If you could just go in and do all 3 games as easily as you do with Kickball, then maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, you have to go van, Mumbo, van, and then go PK.
Yep.
I know he did not get that honeycomb box.
He did not.
Unless he gets it as the van. No, he did not.
Oh, he's got one that he can grab here in C bottom. And there are 2 in GI. Very close to one another on floor 3. Oh, interesting. He's going for smugglers? That is correct, Ring Rush. There is a good beehive and an evil beehive.
Alright, so that works. Because he's gonna like do that route that I said, where he's gonna right after sub, save and quit, go do Klungo 2, get Clockworks, head back here to DCW.
Oh, into Toxic Waste?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that makes sense. That's better than doubloons.
Did he?
I like that.
Did he free the saucer box and set up a DCW? I don't know if Dango set up a DCW.
Then maybe not.
Morning, Steve.
I guess he just needs some more notes then. And that's still fine.
Is there any chance for a game 3? iCup has chosen the slower row, we think. But iCup is also playing out of his mind. We just discussed how iCup has won his last 9 bingo matches in a row. Just iCup and loser things. Dango also has
Dango is not
game
DCW.
Lord of Fac.
So yeah, I guess maybe it's worth coming back for a second trip to get that over Hano Jiggy.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that being the case. Not collecting doubloons. I could have to run around a solo K anyways. For a wing whack. So yeah, he's gonna do See Me Smugglers sub, right?
Yep.
So hopefully he gets the Beehive and Sea Bottom, and then we'll have to see where he gets the others. There is a free Beehive in Quagmire too. Although he doesn't have the goggles, so he can't snipe it. He's got to go over there. And then other than that, I don't really know where there's like a singular one that exists. Oh, actually I do. There is one Beehive in a fucking box by the Crusher's Switch in GI. When he comes out of QCE, he can grab that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
four in a box. Yeah. I mean, which are the 3 that he has now?
So he has done the one in Pine Grove, the one in GGM by Mumbo, and the one in Wooded Hollow.
Okay.
And like out of all the other ones that I'm like thinking about, you're definitely right that he missed out by not getting the Witchy World one. The
he went right by it as van. It was on his screen.
Yeah. He's gonna get this one though, for sure.
He better.
Although I think he might have already missed it. I think it's behind him to the left.
Well, when he comes out of here, he's gonna be facing it.
Yeah, okay. What is iCup doing here at TDL?
He's getting whacked by the Bargosaurus.
Is he setting up for a... What the hell is he doing?
He's gotta get notes.
He already has 450. Oh yeah, I forgot he needs Glide. Oh god, Dango!
Okay, hopefully he doesn't get sniped by the pterodactyls.
Dango with a Monka-S Lord Wu already. Just wait for him to turn. Nice. Skip the attack phase there, but he is getting trolled right now. Dango unable to get away from Fact. He just keeps getting tossed. Ooh. Dango almost at the top of the fucking chamber right now. Getting the aerial view. Nice, a little bit better boil pattern than iCup. Oh god, he's so far away from the shot though. What a snipe!
Oh my god.
Okay, now he's gotta wait for the eyes to come back around. There we go. iCup running for Hatch. Oh, Dango, you gotta wait for him to be done. What the hell is Dango doing, Cole?
He's like, I've never fought Fact.
Is he gonna die to Fact?
Move!
What the hell is he doing? Turn around, shoot him! Oh my god! What the hell is that Fact? That almost turned into Sunder Fact right there. Holy. iCup done with TDL.
You see, this iCup's gonna win because of Fact alone.
Speaking of the devil. Oh, he's still getting tagged by him on the way out. Cool. Okay, now does he remember to look to the left here and grab this beehive?
Or is he too tilted to remember?
It's right there!
It's on the screen! Okay, he knows. He knows. Oh!
He just flew over it! He just flew right over it! Where is he getting beehives, Cole? He's now literally walked over 2 of them.
I mean, there's a ton in GI if he really needs them. I don't think he's thinking about them right now. Yeah, because literally Quagmire, Boiling Room, the floor 4 one, the floor 2 one.
I mean, he can exit and get it after sub game, but that is slow. I kept going for the Clockwork Warp into Mary.
Well, he should be saving and quitting on this Jiggy.
Icup only has 5 grenades. That looks good. Soft lock? Oh, nope. Didn't get him though. I think that time it blew up the clockwork. Yep. Oh my god. Icup actually has enough grenades for this death warp. Literally 1 grenade left and didn't have enough health to begin with.
Yeah, since you're already doing Mary, it's not that... Or not doing Mary, doing... Whatchamacallit? Train. He would have already had to have done it, though. That's the thing.
Man. What did we say Dango's last boss is gonna be? Old King Cole? Yeah.
Old King Cole, yeah. He's already raised the train.
Yeah. I kept plugging through Canary Mary 1, which Dango
mark
will
off
also
Dango's
have to do.
Game.
Oh yeah, thank you. Dango will also have to do Canary Mary 1. It's actually crazy how much these guys still have to do together. Okay, so Dango has 1 in GGM. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, we can respect Dango a little bit more now. Well, kind of.
No, we can't. He literally drove over 1.
So Dango has gotten Wooded Hollow. He has gotten the 1 by Mumbos in GGM, and he has gotten the 1 in Pine Grove. Dango was millimeters away from the 1 by the Big Top in Witchy World, and he literally drove over the Beehive and Sea Bottom as the sub. However, there is a free 1 by Ordnance Storage that he has to walk by, so that's one that he's gonna for sure get.
Okay, yeah.
And then he's got the option to grab some free ones in GI when he comes out of quality control. There's also 1 in Quagmire that he can grab, although that's a little bit of a trek over there.
He has to go get it at this point. He's gone by 2 of them.
Yeah. He can also get this one here in Central Cavern before going to Minji. This would not be a bad one to get either. Just aim down at it with a grenade and shoot it before going to blue. Yep. This isn't the end of the world. Well, we said Dango's row was better on the algorithm, right, Cole?
Yes.
Oh, wait, Icap actually hasn't done this yet. But I think Dango has had a really bad JRL so far. He didn't shoot that beehive right there, right, guys?
Nope.
I mean, he's just...
I think he's forgotten about this goal.
So many, yeah.
Or he like had them planned out and didn't realize that he's walking by so many of them.
At least he gets good skull. This will save him a little bit here.
Because yeah, literally on his screen as the van and as the sub, did not get 2 of them.
Icup does still have 3 levels left to go, though. Although, technically, so does Dango.
Dango needs to learn how to do Ninja.
In the windowsill! Again! Oh my god, he's getting absolutely fucking trolled! He didn't even go for a peck. Oh my god, he's actually...
Well, if he pecks him one more time, Mumbo's gonna start warping around.
Yeah. Oh my god, Dango is losing to Minji. I guess Dango doesn't know that you can literally just start gold feathering. Like, as he's shooting, you do not have to wait out all 4 shots. Icup and CCL. Icup's got to do CCL, HFPGI. That's 1. Oh, and Dango takes the bubble down. Dang.
It's not bad because he's going to TDL.
Are there any free beehives in TDL? I guess there's the one in Styrac Cave. I wouldn't call that one necessarily free. Yeah, I think going to CCL just for Minji feels bad too, but it's definitely a fast goal.
There's no free ones for what he's doing in TDL. TDL is go get shoes, and that's it.
I wonder if Dango is already regretting his row. Just thinking that he has so much left. Wait, did Icup already fight Minji? Or did he... No, there's no way he fought Minji. He just flew out and went straight to cheese. Oh, the perfect note route. Love to see it.
Alright, let's see if he starts getting these beehives.
Where is he gonna go now? Just straight to QCE?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess the hope here is he grabs some GI beehives. Icup with 2.
Problem with Target Zan is that you have to do all the stuff in the temple for him.
Yeah. Plus,
so it ends up being like a 3-something minute boss.
He's not getting the one in Quagmire. Oh wait, maybe he is.
Oh, he's not.
Oh my god, I cannot. I mean, he could have already been done with beehives.
I think he's just forgotten that beehives exist.
But he has to do it as one of his goals.
Yeah.
I will say, if you look at Dango's screen, he has not used your right-click mechanic at all, Cole.
Well, he hasn't clicked anything either.
He has not marked off any goals. Nice break in. I don't know, Cole. iCup is flying through CCL right now.
Yep.
He's got to do Canary Mary and then BBB. And I don't know how many notes iCup's at, but I imagine he's feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, that's where Dango should have been done with GI already, and just then going back to clean up GGM, and he's done.
Wow, iCup with a perfect beak bomb landing by the mouse. So let's see. iCup's going to do Canary Mary, BBB. He's going to go to GI for leg spring, HFP for glide, and he's done.
Yep.
Whereas Dango
Just needs to go back to JRL
has
and
to
do
do
GGM.
Ordnance, has to do Old King Cole, has to do 4-4 early for QCE here. Early pause. Early pause. Early pause. One frame early. Oh, I hate to see that. One frame early. I feel so bad, but at the same time, it's just like the fucking pain of having to do 4-4 early in a nail biter. There he goes. Hell yeah. It's all going to come down to how many notes. He's walking by the beehive, Cole!
Yep.
He literally does not realize that he has to still do that goal. I mean, that is the 4th one he has walked by. What is he doing? This is a really thin slit. Jump more to the left, Dango. This is too tiny. There we go. Why is he using fire eggs for these though, Cole? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think
iCup's just gonna win this.
We're witnessing the meltdown of Dango right now. Like
Dango,
literally.
Dango could have had this if he hadn't lose so much time in these places. But he's taking so much time for these tricks.
Dango has used 30 fire egg testers on this shot. 30. Oh my lord. What if Dango just green barrels here too? Really just rubs salt in the wound.
Yeah. So from here, iCup just needs to go Trek to learn 2 moves.
Yep. Dango has never been the same since the Cauldron Keep meltdown.
Oh my god.
Very scary QCE, but manages it just fine. Okay, will he grab the Quagmire Beehive on his way out of GI?
Oh, he better.
Because at this point, I don't know what other fucking beehives you can go back and get. He does have one in Ordnance, but other than that, I mean, Yep. He's looking. Yep. Yep.
God, he's literally walked by 3 within feet of him. And he goes out of his way for this one.
There is one in water storage, but water storage isn't near a Jiggy. God. Yeah, but he's not going to do Crushing Shed. He's doing everything but Crushing Shed and...
He's already done Mumbo, so he is not doing Crushing Shed.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized. He
or did
set
he
up
do
Old
Mumbo?
King Cole.
Yeah.
So... he is going to skip Crushing Shed and Ordnance then, right? So is he even going to get the Ordnance? Yeah, because he doesn't have Beak. Yeah, he didn't get Breagle Blaster.
I'm pretty sure he did the train. I think he did.
He lifted the train, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, water storage and ordnance would make 6. And it would make GGM his final level.
I mean, that's all
I don't know.
left.
Is this over? He does have one more level versus iCup's 2 moves. But he's got a lot still to do in GGM. 6 Jiggies.
Yeah, this is where, if he didn't mess up his fact and he didn't mess up like his GI, I think he would have had it in the bag easily.
He only has to do Canary Mary 1 though. iCup missed the treble.
Just walked right by.
Oh, iCup still has a fair amount of notes to get, though. Doing backdoor break-in, though, as he should. Dango beak bombing over to prison compound. He's got to do Dilberta. Dango needs a first try code now.
Oh, you can go get the beehive and pillars.
True. iCup struggling with this. iCup failing the shot. It's a third try code for Dango, though. There we go. Moon, moon, baby. iCup can easily grab a shit ton more GI notes once he gets leg spring. It's just going to be up to what he's comfortable with.
Yep.
Time to see. Oh, he's doing the Clockwork Warp.
He doesn't know the setup, he just knows the general idea.
That'll work, though. That'll work!
That worked.
That'll work! We weren't sure if he knew how to do it! Oh my god, but iCup already has leg spring. iCup saving and quitting. He's gonna have 6:15 entering HFP. So he's got, what, 45 more?
Yeah, but Dango has minutes and minutes left.
Yeah. Well, Dango lost minutes and minutes on things like quality control,
Yeah, it's
Beehives.
floor 4 early.
Floor 4 early.
It's one of those things. He definitely had the better row. If he nailed those tricks, he would probably.
Minji lost so much time to Minji. iCup 10-0. Beehive number 5 finally destroyed. iCup with 40 more notes to go.
Oh
my
he almost
God.
got sniped.
iCup needs 5 more notes before he goes to Grotto. He's got to get these 5, and what else? I guess he can shoot a clockwork down to snowball notes.
Yeah.
Oh, this works too. I thought iCup was just gonna do glide jump and grab the treble, but this is fine.
Yeah, because you can just clockwork the treble.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Dango had a pretty good showing. He got himself in 3rd place. He's gonna go home with $100 in his pocket. I'm sure he can be pleased with that. But it is your 10-0 champion iCup climbing his way 10-0 through the loser bracket.
Yeah. Dango did great. He literally just decided he wanted to do bingo a few months ago, and without any like speedrunning 2E experience, came in here and started wiping the floor of people.
iCup gets a bonk. But it is over.
GG.
GG's.
We gotta ask him what his other beehive was. I need to know.
All right, GG's.
GG's.
GG.
Man, iCup cannot be stopped.
Oh my god. I made so many mistakes, I didn't know if I was gonna win or not.
Well, you see, Dango made more mistakes.
GG's.
GG's, Dango.
Dango should have been, like, done already.
Yeah, I apologize to all Banjo Race viewers who had to watch that Moofback back fight.
That we
And
do
that
the same
Minji
row.
fight.
Dango, we gotta ask. Beehives, what are you doing?
What do you mean? I got 6.
No.
Did you get 6?
Yes,
Tell me the 6 you got.
Number 1, Wooded Hollow on the way to Jiggy Wiggy.
Wooded
Number
Hollow,
2,
we saw that.
2 in GGM, 1 by Mumbo, 1 by
Ordnance.
Yep.
Yep.
I got the one outside Jade Snake. I got one in.
Wait, the one outside Jade Snake. Oh, you got the one by Code Chamber.
Code Chamber.
That was the one we missed.
Okay.
Okay, so we were getting so tilted because you ran the van by the one in Witchy World. And then
yeah,
you,
and then I ran by the one.
and then you drove the sub over the hive in C-Bottom. Like literally, you came out of the locker, did a full 360 over the top of the hive, and left. Found a sub.
You know what else I did? Is on floor 4, I ran right by the one in the box.
Yeah,
that was the other
we
one.
were screaming about that one too.
Yeah, could have been better. Could have been better in a lot of ways, honestly.
I need to rewatch this then.
Oh man, iCup, congratulations! You've secured yourself into the grand finals against GDO.
I'm coming for you, GDO.
After going 10-0 in the losers bracket. What a fucking sicko.
I mean, you can't make this shit up.
Dango, unfortunately, your reign ends here, but congratulations on being basically a newcomer to the 2E community and taking home 3rd place. $100 to your name.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I was going into this tournament just like I would have been happy if I had won a single game, and to actually come out with prize money is I don't know, feels really good anyway.
You put a lot of work into this.
Yeah,
you did great.
Yeah, you can definitely be proud of your progress and
come a long way.
So,
yeah, hard work pays off.
All right, well, guys, we've got our grand final set. It's gonna be iCup versus GDO. It's gonna be sick. We aren't gonna see it next weekend, but come Memorial Day weekend, we are going to have our best of 5 grand finals where iCup will have to reset the bracket in order to force GDO into another best of 5 to take home the grand prize money. We'll see if iCup is able to do
all
it.
10 in one day.
iCup did it before in the Memer Boards tournament. He forced the bracket reset and then lost in the grand finals.
And I got task Snakehead skip.
We'll see if iCup is able to redeem himself or if GDO pulls the plug on him real early in the best of 5.
iCup really wants that plane money for pace.
Yeah,
I mean, I have to book 3 separate flights, so that prize money would come really handy.
It would. Well, yeah. Yeah, you've at least secured $200 for yourself, so you can be pleased with that.
iCup is running 2E 100% at pace.
That's right.
The first live event that's ever featured 2E 100%. It's going to be bonkers.
And I'll be glad when this is over so I can put all of my focus on 100% instead of doing bingos.
Well, Dango, I hope you enjoyed being in the tournament. I hope that you join us for more tournaments in the future.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and good job, iCup.
iCup, congratulations for moving on. We can't wait to see grand finals. Cole, thank you for joining me in commentary today.
Welcome.
And thank you to all our chatters for coming out and watching the stream. We've got a couple more Kazooie races to go throughout the next couple weeks. But come 2 more weekends, we will see the thrilling conclusion of the Press F to Bingo Banjo Tournament. We can't wait to see you there. Hop in the Discord if you aren't already. And we will see you guys next time.